All right, okie doke, well done. Okay, so sitting on your mat. So legs outstretched, make sure your legs are parallel. So we go through the drill. So why your legs need to be parallel is because the top of the femur has a nodule, and the nodule sits in the pelvis, and it needs to swing like a pendulum. So if the knee's outward or inward, it makes the nodule sit not completely central to that socket. So it won't be able to swing completely. So if your knee rolls in or rolls out, it changes the angle that the femur, the thigh bone, is into the pelvis. So it needs to be pointing forwards in order to have proper swing. So make sure your knees are pointing up. So take hold of put your hands on your knees and just roll them on those kneecaps. And then rub your thumb down the inside of those kneecaps, find the edge of it, and just push it across to the outside of your leg. And rub your thumb up and down the inside edge of that kneecap. And then find the outside edge and rub the thumb on the outside edge of it and just push that across. And then just rub those kneecaps in circles one way, circles the other, and get them moving. Now the center of your kneecap wants to be pointing straight up to the sky. So thighs are parallel, knees are pointing to the sky, shins are then parallel, and then look at your feet and check that they are parallel. Hands on the shin bones. Soften those knees, or you can put your hands under onto your calves. Bend those knees a bit and pull yourself forwards onto so your tummy touches your thighs. So then push that right knee down a bit, and then that left knee down a bit in this position. Right knee down, left knee down. And then push both those knees down. And then sit yourself up vertical. Slide your hands up along those thighs. Give those thighs a bit of a rub. And then roll those shoulders up to the ears, put the fists on the floor behind, pull those elbows together, push those shoulders backwards and push off those fists and lift that chest up, breathing in. Breathing out. Bring that chin all the way down into your chest. Bring that chin all the way up to the sky. Keep that chest lifted up, pull that chin all the way down into the chest. And then turn the eyes to the right-hand side of your right leg and push your left ear. So I'm looking at the floor to the right-hand side of my right thigh, lifting my left ear hard up away from that left shoulder, stretching that side of the neck. And then pulling those shoulders back, Jane, lift that chest up, swing those eyes back to the middle, lift that chest up, pull those shoulders back, and then take that head so the eyes look to the left-hand side of the left thigh. Really pull that right ear away from the right shoulder. And then come back to center. Pop your hands on your thighs and roll yourself all the way forwards again. Bend those knees. Try to get your tummy right down onto your thighs. And then push those knees down into the ground. So Jane, really try to close that gap of the pelvis. So I want you to sit on you're bending your upper back a lot. So sit up vertically, everybody. Bend those knees up a bit more. Hold behind those thighs and pull that tummy onto the thigh. Yes. So you roll forward onto your front bottom. So you close that gap there. Then take your arms onto your calves and pull yourself forward so that I'm pulling my pelvis onto the pubic bone. Good. Lifting that chest up. And then push those legs away. Sit yourself up tall. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, back and down. Hold your hands behind your back. Put your fists, so I've got holding my hands together. Put my my knuckles on the floor. Slide those hands behind. Holding yourself here. Now lift that chest up, bringing it up between those shoulders. So breathing in, breathing out. Lift that chest up to the sky. Lift that breastbone up. Pull those upper arms backwards. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. Slide those fingers away on the floor a bit more so we open those shoulder joints up a bit more. Breathing in, and on the out breath, lift that chest up. So we gently take it into a stretch. Push that chest forward, breathing in, breathing out, and then release. Walk those fingers back towards the bum. Hold those hands on the legs and just roll yourself forward one more time. So when I say rolling forward, I want you to bend your knees, pull that tummy onto those thighs and try to rock the whole body forwards. So I've got my front bottom right down into the floor. Breathing in, breathing out. Sit yourself up nice and tall. Take that left hand on the right knee, right hand behind, push off that right hand, keep that body vertical and look over that right shoulder. Really lifting and turning. And then come all the way back round to the front and put that left hand on the ground, right hand on the left knee, and really lift and turn looking over that left shoulder. And then coming back round to the front. Grab your dreaded rollers. So use that soft ball if you want, Mum. Bend your knees, breathing in, lean back so the roller is on the bottom of the vertebra, bottom of the ribs, bottom of the ribs. Breathing in, breathing out, open that body all the way over that roller, head down to the floor, breathe in when the head touches the floor, push the breastbone to the sky and then breathe out, sit yourself all the way back up. Move that roller up the shoulders a little bit, breathing in. Take the head in the hands if you need. Breathing out. Push that breastbone up high. Lower that head to the floor, arching that back over the roller. Breathe in at the bottom. Breathe out, bring yourself back up. Move that roller up one more. Take the head in the hands. Breathing in. On the out breath, opening, lifting that chest up to the sky, lowering the head down to the floor, arching. Breathe in at the bottom, and then breathe out and lift that head up. Move that roller back to the middle of those ribs. Take the head in the hands. Breathing in on the out breath, open over the roller. Lift the bum up and roll the roller up to the neck.
Emma?
Yes?
Sarah can't get in.
All right. Okay, so rolling that roller down to the bottom ribs. Hi, Sarah. Holding onto the head. So rolling that roller all the way up to the top here and all the way down to those bottom ribs. Slowly down. So Sarah starts off by opening your body over the roller, all the way up to the base of the neck, and then all the way down to those bottom ribs. All the way up to the neck, and all the way down to those bottom ribs. So Mum, now that you've done a few rolls up and down on that ball, it would be better if you went on the roller because it's easier. So roll it all the way up to the neck. And then we're going to lean onto that right hand side and go all the way down. Just lifting that left side up a bit, all the way down, all the way up. You can rest your bum on the floor and you can bounce your bum along a bit to take the weight off. You can have the weight on the right leg and on the left foot. You can put the right elbow on the floor and take a bit of weight. And then lean all the way over, so the roller goes onto that right-hand side, all the way down to those bottom ribs, all the way up through that armpit, all the way up to the bottom, or down to the bottom ribs, all the way into the armpit. And then rest the bum on the floor, rest the elbow on the floor, so you've got the roller under the armpit here. And then just roll forwards and backwards, forwards and backwards. So we're on our right hand side, Mum, hips on the floor, rocking forwards and backwards in that armpit. Hand on the roller. Probably easier if you're facing me, then you can see. Push those feet and lift so that we come down a little bit and rock forwards and back in that bra strap area. Hand on the roller, left foot on the floor, lift and move yourself down and rock forwards and back a little bit further down. And then one more, hand on the roller, lift yourself up down to those bottom ribs. You can support the head, rocking forwards and back. And then slide that roller all the way up to the armpit. Take hold of the head and the hands. Lean the body backwards. So we're not flat on the back, we're at an angle. Down and up. At the bottom on the floor. And then come flat onto your back. Take hold of your head and your hands. Breathing in. On the out breath, push that breastbone up. Let that head drop down. And then rolling through that back, down to the bottom ribs, up towards the neck, down to the bottom ribs. So I've got weight on my feet. I can put my head on the floor and take a bit of weight on my head, all the way down. Now we're going to lean over onto that left-hand side a bit, all the way down. All the way back up. So this is what your chiropractor does. This is what your masseuse is doing, is working on these muscles, but you can save yourself some money and do it on the roller. All the way down to those bottom ribs, then come all the way onto this right-hand side, this left-hand side. So use your bum, use your hand on the floor, and you lift yourself up. So we get the armpit on the roller. And we're just going to rock forwards, rock backwards. Rock forwards, rock back. Put your hand on the floor, lift the bum up and move it up. So we get the bra strap area on the roller going forwards and back. Lift yourself up. Down to those towards the bottom ribs. Forwards, forwards and back. Forwards and back. Go up a little bit more. Down right on those bottom ribs, on those floating ribs, just moving forwards and back. And then down the other way, back up. And we can slide ourselves all the way through that armpit, all the way down. And gradually go back onto the back, take hold of the head in the hands, arching over that roller. And then pop your bum on the floor and get that roller in that middle of that back. And just go down and up once. Lengthening that body, opening that chest, pop the bum on the floor and lift yourself up into sitting. Hands on the floor by the bum, legs out straight, breathing in. Leave the roller where it is, breathing out, hands on your legs, slide those hands forward, soften those knees. Pull yourself right forwards and let your head come down. Breathing in, breathing out. Lift yourself up nice and tall. Now you can slide the roller out from behind you, just push it on the floor. Don't have to put it away, just shove it out of the way. Lift your arms up, breathing in. Just move it out of the way, it doesn't need to be packed away, you might use it again. And then roll down onto the floor, all the way down, one vertebra at a time. All the way down to flat. Take those arms all the way over the head. Push those fingers from the toes. Push that right hand hard away from the right foot. Left hand hard away from the left foot. Take both hands away from both feet and then bring those fingers all the way up to the sky. Bring that right knee in towards your body. Holding that, pulling that knee all the way up away from the other leg. Stretching through that hip, keeping that tailbone on the floor. Keep those shoulders on the floor, so roll those shoulders up to the ears into the floor, slide them down, keep the shoulder blades there, breathing in. And on the out breath, pull that knee all the way over the body, push that right hand away, turn those eyes to the right, pull that knee down to the floor, breathing in. Breathing out, push that hand away, push that knee away, follow the shoulder after the hand. And follow the hip after the knee. Stretching the hip away from the shoulder, so you're stretching through those ribs. Release that knee and come back onto the back. Pull that knee up into the armpit. Breathing in. Breathing out. Take hold of that foot. Let that knee turn away. Pull that foot up and push that knee away. Pushing that knee away. Bring that other leg up. Take hold of the other leg and just pull that. So we pull the foot towards, pushing that knee away, and you feel the twist in that hip joint. Keep that pelvis level. So don't, as you pull the left leg in, don't let the hip twist. Holding that right knee away, push that right knee into your arm. Breathing in, breathing out, release, and turn that leg further. Let go of that left leg, pull that right leg up and in, and then pull that right leg all the way over the body, pushing that right hand away again, stretching through that body, reaching that hip after the knee. So we're turning the hip away from the shoulder, using the leg and using the arm. And then roll back onto your back. Bring that knee up and towards your armpits. And then let go of that leg and let it go all the way out straight on the floor. Take the hands over the head, reach and stretch. Lift that tummy up, arching that back, and then bringing those hands up to the sky. Keep them up to the sky. Roll those shoulders up to the ears and slide them down. Make sure all those ribs are on the floor. Push that chin into the chest. Push the back of the head in the floor, lift the chin away and traction the neck. Lift the belly up, arch that back, and then flatten that belly down, keeping those shoulders on the floor. Find that neutral spine position, so there's a small lift in the lower back. Bring the arms down towards the floor and bring that left knee in, keeping that neutral spine. So keeping the ribs on the floor, lower back slightly lifted, resting on that, just above that tailbone. Pull that left knee in towards that left armpit, so you're stretching that hip. So Jane, this is your stretch. You need to stretch that hip, get the thigh towards your chest. So if you're able to do that, you should be able to lean forwards on your legs when we do that forward fold sitting. So breathing in, and on the out breath, bring that left leg all the way over the body to the floor, pushing that left knee down to the ground, turning the eyes to the left, pushing that left hand away, pushing that left shoulder after the hand, left hip after the knee, breathing in, breathing out, lengthen, breathing in, breathing out and lengthen. Roll back onto the back. Take that left knee, pull that left knee up towards the armpits, push that right foot away. Turn that left foot and bring that right leg in. Rest that left foot on the right leg, hold behind the right thigh and pull that leg in, pushing that left knee away with the elbow, holding it away, breathing in. Breathing out, push that left knee in towards the elbow. Breathing in. Breathing out, release the push, and then pull that foot in, pushing that knee away. Breathing in. Breathing out, lengthen that left leg. Hold on to that, that right leg, hold on to the left leg. Keep the left leg pulled in. Keep the tailbone down, focus on the torso, roll those shoulders up to the ears, pull them down, all the ribs on the floor, lower back slightly lifted. And then pull that left knee all the way over the body to the floor again, opening that back, opening that chest, breathing in, eyes to the left knee to the floor, left hip lifting and following after that knee, left shoulder following after that hand, that's what creates the stretch. And then roll back onto the back. Pull both knees in towards the chest. Push that tailbone down and let those knees drop apart. Let them open. Waggle those feet. Bend those knees. Pull those knees wide apart. Now push the knees into the arms. The arms are resting on the inside of those thighs. Push those knees into those arms, breathing in, keeping those shoulders back and down. Breathing out, release the push and let those knees drop further apart. Straighten that right leg in this splits position. Straighten that left leg. Push those heels away, toes to the nose. Push those toes away. Pull those toes towards, circles with those feet. Circles the other way with those feet. Bend those knees and pull those knees back together. Lift the tailbone off the floor, hug the knees, bring the nose to the knees. Bring that nose to the knees. Take those arms past the body, so you're not holding your legs anymore. Drop your feet, mum, so your knees are bent. Yep, holding yourself here. Open the upper body, head to the floor, arms to the sky. Roll those shoulders into the floor and down, and then take those arms all the way down onto the floor above your head. Reaching those hands above the head. Breathing in. On the out breath, take that right toe all the way over to tap to the floor. Take that left toe all the way over to tap to the floor, keeping neutral spine. Slide those legs out straight away, clenching the bum, making sure you've got your shoulders on the floor, lower back slightly lifted. Breathing in. And on the out breath, slide those feet back in along the floor, keeping that neutral spine. Bring those knees back above the hips. Bring those hands all the way up to the sky. Bring that chin into the chest and scrunch yourself back up into a ball. Good, lifting that chest up, bringing the nose to the knees. Breathing in. On the out breath, open the upper body, unraveling all the way to the floor, head down, arms down. Pull those shoulders into the floor and down. Breathing in. On the out breath, lower that left leg down to the floor so the toes touch. Bring that right leg down next to the left. Slide those feet out and away, opening up the front of that body, reaching and pushing. Breathing in. On the out breath, bring those legs together back in. Bring those feet back up and the knees above the hip. Bring the hands to the sky, chin into the chest, scrunch yourself back up. Okay, we're going to do it again. Now we're going to do the arms and legs together. So breathing in. On the out breath, take the hands to the sky and the feet down to the floor. Hands all the way over to the ground, heads on the ground, toes touch the floor. Slide those legs away on the ground, reaching, lengthening. Breathing in, and on the out breath, pull those feet in towards the body, bring the hands to the sky, chin into the chest, and scrunch yourself up again. Good, breathing in. On the out breath, open yourself out. Arms to the floor, toes to the floors, lengthen that body away. Push those feet away, breathing in. And on the out breath, bring those knees back in, bring the hands to the sky and roll yourself all the way back up into that ball. Hold yourself here. Take those legs straight up into the sky if you can. Good, hold yourself here. Breathing in. On the out breath, reach past those legs and release. For 5 and release. 4, release. Lifting the body up, 3, 2, 1. Lower your head down to the ground. Roll those shoulders up to the ears into the floor. Put the arms on the floor by your side. Legs vertically up in the air. Lower that right, flex the feet. Lower that right leg all the way down to the floor, putting the left leg towards you, pushing the right leg away. Breathing in. On the out breath, point the toes. Bring that right leg all the way back up to the sky. Flex those feet. Breathing in. On the out breath, lower that left leg all the way down to the floor. Point those toes. Lift that left leg all the way back up into the sky. Flex those feet. Lower that right leg for 3, 2, 1. Point the toes. Bring that right leg up for 3, 2, 1. Flex the feet. Bring the left leg down for 3, 2, 1. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Point the toes. Bring the left leg up for 3, 2, 1. Bend those knees. Breathing in, so the knees are bent to about 100 degrees. Breathing out, roll the shoulders into the floor, slide them down. Bring those bend those elbows so the lower arm is up, pointing to the sky. Breathing in. On the out breath, lift the bum off the floor and release, pushing the feet to the sky. Lift, release, lift, release. Keep the shoulders back and down. Lift, release. 2 more. Lift, release. 1 more. Release. Bend those knees. Bring those feet all the way over to the floor. Extend those legs out straight. Bring those hands all the way up to the sky. Breathing in. On the out breath, chin into the chest and roll yourself all the way back up to sitting. Sitting up nice and tall. Sitting up nice and tall, arms horizontal. Bring that chest up high. So use your heels to pull yourself up onto your front bottom. Chest up high. Good. Breathing in. Glide your body forwards. And then sit up vertical. Glide that body back a bit. Holding that chest up. Shoulders back, chest up, head back. Bring that body to vertical. Rolling forward, leaning forward. Not bending the back. Back stays straight. Sitting up nice and straight. Leaning back. Sitting up nice and straight. Leaning forwards. Sitting up nice and straight. Lock those hands. Touch the balls of your feet together, so we're not going to scissor the legs. Turn that tummy button to the right, so the shoulders turn. Come back to center. Breathing in. Turn the tummy button to the left. Back to center. Breathing in. Turn the tummy button to the right. Back to center. Breathing in. Turn the tummy button to the left. Back to center. Hands on those legs. Slide yourself down. If you don't turn the tummy button, you're just turning the shoulders. So if you focus on turning the tummy, you turn the whole body. Sit yourself up nice and tall. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, back and down. Okay, swing your legs around and we're going to come onto all fours. In fact, we're going to come right down onto our tummies. So we're going to do some back opening. So we start off with a small cobra and then we'll do some back extensions. So turn the toes down, toenails are pointing to the floor. Put those arms in that pitchfork position so your forearms are level with the long side of the mat. Rest your forehead on the ground. Clench your bum and push your pubic bone into the floor. Lengthen your legs. Draw your tummy in and lift your belly off the ground and rest on those bottom ribs. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, pull them down. Push those forearms into the floor and lift that upper body up, lengthening that chest. Eyes are looking just in front of the mat and then easing that body down to flat. So breathing in, clench the bum. Breathing out, lift that upper body up, holding yourself up nice and long, stretching through that back and then lowering all the way back down to the mat. Keep your forehead on the ground, breathing in. On the out breath, lift those forearms off the ground, keeping the elbows down. And release. Breathing in. On the out breath, lift those forearms and hands up and release. Lift those forearms and hands up and release. Breathing in. Bend the bum, lengthen the legs. Lift those forearms and hands up and then lift those whole arms up into the air. Breathing in. On the out breath, pump those hands to the sky for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest those hands down. Bring that right elbow up to the sky, the hand goes flat on the floor. Turn the eyes to the right and lift the right side of the body up, bringing that right knee up too. Lengthen that left arm away and pull those shoulders up to the ears, back and down. Push that left arm into the ground. Breathing in. Breathing out. Release the push. Lift that right side of the body up higher. Stretch through that left shoulder. Push that left arm into the ground. Breathing in. On the out breath, release and lift that right side up higher. Lower that right arm to the floor. Release that right leg, roll back onto your tummy. Breathing in. On the out breath, bring that left hand next to the ribs. Turn the head left and bring that left knee up, letting that right arm slide away from the body. Breathing in. On the out breath, lift the left side up so you feel a stretch through that right shoulder. Push that right shoulder into the floor. Breathing in. Breathing out. Pushing that right arm into the floor. Breathing in. And breathing out. Release the push of the arm and lift off that left hand higher, stretching through that right chest. Lifting off that left arm. Now push that right arm into the floor. Breathing in. Breathing out. Release that push and lift off that left side, stretching through that right chest and arm. And then release that left hand, let that left leg go out straight and roll back onto your back. Breathing in, onto your tummy, Forehead on the ground, breathing out. Push off those forearms, lift that upper body up. Lift that up, resting on the bottom ribs, clench the bum, tighten the tummy. And then lower back down to the floor. Breathing in, keep the forehead on the ground, bring those hands and forearms up into the sky. Lift the whole arm up, holding the arm high, pulse those arms up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, holding them high, pulsing them up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, holding them high. Release down onto the ground. Bring those hands next to the bottom ribs. Breathing in. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, back and down. Clench the bum, lengthen the legs. Draw in the tummy, breathing in. And on the out breath, push off those hands and come onto those bottom ribs. Breathing in. On the out breath, push off those arms and come onto that pubic bone, opening that chest. And then lower down onto the bottom rib. Lower down onto the head. Breathing in. On the out breath, roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Clench the bum, push the pubic bone into the floor. Push off those hands and lift that chest up so we're resting on the bottom rib. Breathing in. On the out breath, push off those hands and come onto that pubic bone, clenching that bum. Opening that chest, Sarah. Big open of the chest, lower onto the bottom ribs, lower onto the forehead. Breathing in. On the out breath, roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Clench the bum, lengthen the legs. Push off those hands and come onto the bottom ribs. Breathing in. Push off those hands and come onto the pubic bone. Big clench of the bum. Open that chest. Straighten those arms and come onto the knees. Good. Breathing in. On the out breath, bend the elbows, come onto the pubic bone. Bend the elbows, come onto the bottom ribs. Release and put that head on the floor. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Clench the bum. Lift up onto that bottom rib. Clenching the bum. Push the hands in the floor, lift onto that pubic bone. Breathing in. Breathing out, straighten those arms, come onto those knees, shoulders back. Breathing in. On the out breath, bum in the air, back into child pose. All the way back into child pose. Push those hands away. Push those hands away, push that bum away, stretch through that back. Breathing in. On the out breath, slide yourself back down onto the floor, onto flat. Forehead on the ground. Bring those hands all the way around onto your bottom. Hold your hands together. Link your fingers through each other. Breathing in, clench that bum, lengthen the legs, draw in the tummy, rest on the bottom ribs. Breathing out, push those hands away behind your back and lift those arms up. Lengthen the head away from the toes, keeping the belly lifted. Breathing in, pass those arms up for 5, 4, don't let the head of the arm roll forward. 3, 2, 1, hold them high. Pass them higher for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release onto your bottom. Let those arms flop onto the floor. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, up to the sky and down. Pull those hands to the sky and pulse them for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw in the tummy, bend, clench that bum. Breathing in on the out breath, lift that chest off the floor and rest on the bottom ribs. Legs are off the floor, chest off the floor, arms are off the floor. Pulse those arms up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower all the way back down. Breathing in. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, up to the sky. To lift those arms up, clench the bum, push the pubic bone in the ground, draw the belly up, lift up onto those bottom ribs, lengthen those legs, pass those arms and legs up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Slide those hands back next to the chest, breathing in. On the out breath, lift that upper body up off the floor, clench the bum, draw the tummy in, lengthen the legs. Breathing in on the out breath, push off those hands onto that pubic bone, big clench of the bum. Breathing in on the out breath, straighten those arms, come onto the knees. And then bum in the air and back into child pose. Stretching that body, push those hands forwards. Come back up, actually push those hands forward. So in this position, pull those knees apart on the floor. Feel that bum engage and lift that body up onto all fours using the tension of the glutes. Bring yourself forward so that your hands are under your shoulders and your knees are under your hips. Thighs and arms are parallel. Roll those inside of the elbows forward and engage the shoulders. Pull the knees apart and engage the bum. Lengthening the body. Okay. Put that right leg out straight behind. Lift that right leg up so it's horizontal. Lengthening the shoulders from the head away from the heel. Drop that right leg down to the floor. Toe touches the floor. Keep the leg straight, mum. Lift that leg up. Take the leg down so the toe touches the floor. Lift that leg up. Take the leg down so the toe touches the floor. Lift that leg up. Take the leg down so the toe touches. Lift the leg up. Hold it here. Turning the inside of the elbows forward. Bring that left arm off the floor. So we've got the right leg up and the left arm up. Lengthening. So you've got to hold your tummy muscles strong. Hold your upper back muscles strong. Feel the glutes in both sides. Make sure those hips are still above, the left hip is still above that left knee. Bring that left arm back to the floor. Bring the right foot to the floor. Bring that right knee back in. Roll the inside of the elbows forward. Lengthen the head away from the tailbone. So you're a bit tighter with your core, Sarah. Chest forward towards the fingers more. And lift your belly up so you've got a bit straighter spine. Good. Jane, push the chest forward towards the fingers more. Mum, keep your head so it's level with your back. Don't let your head drop. Slide that left leg out straight behind. Lift that left leg up straight behind you. Touch the toe to the floor. So nothing changes in the body. It's just this left leg moving. Lift that left leg up. So we haven't transferred the weight and glided over to the right on that right knee. Lift that left leg up. Lower that left leg down. Lift that left leg up. Hold it here. Push that left hand in the floor, push the right knee in the floor. Take that left hand up and the right hand up in front. Push the right fingers away from the left foot. Draw in the core, feel those back muscles working. Bring the right hand down, bring the left foot down, bring the knee back next to each other. Right hands, middle fingers are parallel, turn the inside of the elbows forward. Put the weight on that left knee without gliding the weight over it, but engage that glute. Take that right leg up to the side. Sorry, keep it bent, 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 and down. So you keep the knee bent, taking the right leg out to the side, lifting, and down. Good. 3, and down. Don't twist the body. 4, and down. Hold it up at 5. Keep that chest down, Jane. Pass that leg up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it next to the other leg. Keep the inside of the elbows forward and the chest forward and open. Put the weight on the right leg. Take the left leg out to the side and down. Out to the side and down. 3 more. 3, and down. 2, and down. 1, and down. Take that leg up to the side. Hold it there. Pulse it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Pulse it again for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. So try to make sure that your shin bone is moving parallel away from your body, that you're not moving the foot further or the knee further and dropping the other end of it. So roll the inside of the elbows forward, lengthen the head from the tailbone. Push that back up into the sky, sink the tailbone down, bring the eyes to the knees. Turn the tailbone up, bring the eyes to the sky, sink that belly down. Stay in this position and glide backwards over towards those heels. So we're bending that hip joint. Yeah, sinking that belly down towards the thighs. Pull those knees apart and lift yourself back up onto all fours. Right, so when we're doing stuff on all fours, right now I've got quite a bit of weight on my wrists. So I'm going to pull my knees apart, walk my hands back towards my knees. My bum goes back towards my heels, so chest up, Jane, neutral spine. Sarah, chest up. You're the wrong way with your back, Sarah. Yes, sink your chest down, boobs towards your fingers. And then take your right hand off the floor. Just lift it up. And then take that left hand off the floor. Just lift it up, keeping that back here. Take those arms out wide. Bring those fingertips to the floor. Take those hands out in front. You'll have to lean back a bit. Chest up. Chest up, Sarah, chest. Bring those hands back to the floor. Lower that body down. Keeping the bum. You should feel it, a dull ache in your bum now. Bring those hands out wide. Bring those hands back to the floor. Slide them under the shoulders and come back up onto all fours. Be really light on your hands. Imagine they're on eggs. Feel your bum. It should still be working. Breathing in. On the out breath, weight on that left leg. Take that right leg out straight behind. Bring that right knee to the elbow. Take that right leg out straight behind. Bring that knee to the elbow. Take that right leg out straight. Knee to the elbow. Take that right leg out straight. Take that left arm out straight. Bring the hand to the floor, knee to the elbow. Take the right leg out, left hand out. Bring it all back in. Take it all out straight. Bring that hand down to the floor, keeping the leg there. Bend that knee. Foot in the air. Foot in the air, thighs off the floor, knees off the ground. Pulse that leg to the sky for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that knee under the body and rest. Transfer the weight so you're not heavy on your hands. Pull those knees apart. Take that left leg out straight behind. Bring that knee to the elbow. Take it out behind. Chest towards the fingers. Bring the knee towards the elbow. Leg out straight. Right hand off the floor, out straight. Bring that knee to the elbow, hand to the floor. Leg out straight, arm out straight. Hand to the floor, knee to the elbow. Out straight again. Bring that hand to the ground. Bend that knee, foot in the air, foot in the air, foot in the air. Knee off the ground. Knee should be the same height as your pubic bone. Pulse that leg to the sky for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Swing that leg down underneath you. Glide back into child pose. Push those hands forwards. And just scrunch your fists up. Bring those hands back to the floor for where they would be on all fours. Pull those knees apart, clenching with the bum. Lift yourself back up onto all fours. Be really soft on your hands. Chest forward, really soft on your hands. I'm going to glide my body weight back a bit, lower my chest down a bit. Take that left hand off the floor. Take that right hand off the floor, chest down. Pulling those knees apart, feel that bum. The bum muscles are the ones that should work. So if they're going mad now, it's because they're not being used half the time. Put your hands on the floor. Come up onto all fours and relax that bum. Feel how there's weight in your wrists, weight on the balls of your hands now. Pull those knees apart. Glide back, lower the bum to the floor. Release the hands off the ground. Take those hands out sideways. Take those hands in front of you. Chest down, bring those hands out sideways. Pop those hands back on the floor under your shoulders, pulling those knees apart, coming back up onto all fours. So this action is doing something on the carpet, doing some sewing, doing some gardening. On your bicycle, Jane, it's neutral spine supporting the glutes, from the glutes. Okay, one more with that clam. So hands on the floor under the shoulders. Transferring the weight slightly onto the left leg. Pull that right leg out to the side and together. For 5, together. 4, together. 3, together. 2, together. Hold it up at 1 and pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that knee next to the other one. Transfer the weight onto that right leg. Take that left knee out to the side and down. Lift it up for 5. Down. 4. Down. 3. Down. 2. Down. Chest forward, Sarah. Hold it up at 1. Pulse that knee for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knee down by the side. Okay, glide back into child pose. Push those hands away. Bend those wrists. Okay, a little bit more shoulder strength. Pull those knees apart. Come back up onto all fours. So make sure those fingers are at near the front of the mat and you've got space behind you. Roll the inside of the elbows forward, turning them forward, pulling those shoulders back. Pull those knees apart on the mat and lengthen that right leg out straight behind with the toe on the floor. Breathing in. Turn that right foot onto the inside. Lift that right hand off the floor and open yourself up into a side plank, but we're supporting it with that left knee. Good, so opening that body up, opening that chest up, bringing that arm really high into the sky. Bringing that hand all the way back down to the floor and that knee back next to the other knee. On the other side, lengthen that left leg out straight. Turn that left foot down to the floor, the inside of the foot down. Lift that left hand off the floor and hold yourself nice and straight. So clench your bum and pull your hips forward. Roll those shoulders back and down. So you're likely to be wobbly because you've got to get your proprioception and your balance working. Bring that left hand down to the floor. Proprioception is your body's gyro compass. It's an awareness of where vertical is and not falling over. So breathing in. On the out breath, put that right leg out straight. Toes on the ground. Sole of your foot on the floor. Sole of the foot on the floor. Straighten that left leg out too, so we're in the plank. Come on, Jane. Yeah, good. Drop the left knee down and turn over onto that side plank. Let that left foot just flop wherever it wants to go. Good. Bring that hand back next to the other one and turn into the plank again. Legs out straight, Mum. Good. Drop the right knee to the floor. Let the right foot flop outwards. Lift that left hand up off the ground. Hold yourself straight. Bring that left hand down to the ground, turning over. Let the right foot swivel in and straighten that right leg. So we're in that plank. Okay, one more on each side. Drop the left knee down. Let the left foot fall behind you. Turn onto that left hand side. Hips forwards. Bring that right arm down to the floor. Turn over so the left foot comes in the air. It places next to the right foot and the legs straighten. Drop the right knee down. Let it fall out. Swivel onto that right hand. Lift the left hand up. Hold yourself here. Right, try to keep your left knee off the floor this time. Bring the right hand down, the left leg stays straight. Turn over onto facing the floor. The right foot comes next to the left and it straightens. Good. Okay, drop those knees down on the floor. Glide back into child pose. Breathing in, breathing out. Gliding back. Slide those hands to the left-hand side of the mat and drop the bum right. Slide those hands to the right-hand side of the mat and drop the bum left. Have those hands back in the middle, push those fingers away, breathing in, breathing out. Pull the knees apart on the mat, clenching the bum. Lift that chest up like we were doing earlier and come onto all fours. Yeah, good. So you're using your neutral spine, tummy muscles and glutes. Walk yourself forwards on the mat and we're going to sit down. Walk yourself forwards on the mat. Pop those legs straight out in front, make sure they're on the mat. Hold behind those thighs and pull yourself right forwards onto your middle bottom and lift your chest up high into the sky. So you're nice and vertical. Take those arms, don't mind what you do with your knees, take those arms straight up into the sky. Take those shoulders out wide, arms out wide, put the fingertips on the floor behind you, palms away, and then leaning back onto those hands, stretching through that palm, bending those elbows. Take your hands a bit further away, Mum. Pull those elbows together. Lift that chest up high and straighten those arms. Pull those toes to your nose, breathing in. Tighten the thighs, clench the bum, breathing out. Lift those hips up off the ground. Breathing in. On the out breath, lower that bum down to the floor. Make sure your hands aren't too far away. Breathing in. Lengthen those arms and straighten them. Push the thighs in the floor and straighten those legs. Clench that bum, breathing in. On the out breath, lift those hips up off the floor and straighten. Eyes to the sky. Lift that chest, lift those hips up. Breathing in. Breathing out. Lower that bum down to the floor. Pull those elbows together, lift up that chest. Breathing in, tighten the thighs, pull the knees to the floor. Clench the bum. Lift up that chest, breathing in, and on the out breath, lift those hips up to the sky. Holding yourself here, big breath in. Big breath out and lower back down to the ground. Okay, push off those hands. So don't just let go. Push up off those hands, chest up, roll through the palms of the hand and stretch the palms, the fingers, the wrists. Slide the top of your fingers forwards on the mat. Bring those hands up in front. Rock yourself forward so your hands are above your feet and take hold of your feet. Bend your knees if you need. Roll yourself all the way forwards, down towards those thighs. Breathing in. Breathing out. Push those knees down to the floor. Breathing in. Breathing out. Pop those fingers. Relax your knees. Pop those fingers over the end of each of your toes. Pull your toes. You've got 5 fingers, 5 toes. Pull those toes down towards your body. Push those toes away from you. Push them down. Stretch through those, the top of the feet. Push them and stretch them. Push each of them. Every single one. Give it a stretch. Release those hands on those shin bones. Sit yourself up nice and vertical. Breathing in. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Put your fists on the floor. Lift that chest up, don't lift the bum up. Breathing out. Breathing in, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Breathing out, push that chest forward. Hold yourself there, take those hands, slide them forwards on the floor. Bring them all the way up into the sky. Lifting those hands up high, lifting that chest up, breathing in. Breathing out, bring those hands all the way out wide, dust the floor, bring them all the way back up to the sky, palms together. Breathing in, push those hands up and lift that body, push those seat bones in the ground, touch the toes, bring the toes to the nose, tighten the thighs, lift those heels off the floor by clenching the legs. Release those arms, release those legs, rest the hands on your legs and roll your shoulders. Very good, girls. We'll have straight, neutral spines yet.